Good morning, guys. Welcome to Fishful Thinker. I'm Chad LaChance. That's Connor Foy. This is Harvey Gap Reservoir, and we are going bass, muskie, pike, smallmouth, largemouth, apex predator fishing. And that's kind of a hint, guys, because this is the proprietor of Apex Sport Fishing, Connor Foy here. You've seen him on the show before.
Yep.
We had a good time last time trolling for Lakers.
Yep, this is 180 degree different. We're gonna go after bass, throw some top water. The rod holders are put away, no planer boards.
No planer boards, no rod holders. Instead of pounding sand with trolling plugs, we are now gonna pound the banks with topwater plugs. So stay tuned, guys, this should be a fun show.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter. Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado. St. Croix Rods, best rods on earth. Berkeley, catch more fish. Abu Garcia, for life. Otterbox, the great outdoors just got greater with coolers, dry duffels, and tumblers.
So we're sneaking our way into a little bay, guys. We've already caught several fish this morning, but we haven't caught anything of any size yet. We haven't even seen anything of any size yet. So we're working our way into the back of a little bay here. And with a combination of fish that are in this lake, I mean, pike, muskie, largemouth, and smallmouth all being viable targets. I'm trying to stay multi-species in that regard, you know?
Yeah.
I want a bait that any of those will bite. I've got a black buzzbait going for the low light here.
And I got just a little jerkbait minnow imitation, so we got all our bases covered.
All right, what'd you get? There's him. Dude, he's coming straight at you in a hurry. You got a pike.
I do
okay,
indeed.
hang on. Well, do we want me to net him, bud, or what?
Yeah, why don't you grab the net?
Okay, that'd be something I'm horrible at, but we're gonna do that right now.
And that crystal clear water,
Yep, all right.
bring them right to you head first.
There we go, And I'll hold
Basket.
that tight, keep him hopefully from rolling in there.
Yes, sir.
And then I'll hold your rod
Pull my rod
and
let
let you get a hold of him, get your bait out of there, and there you go, guys. So we've been on a somewhat of a ground. That was handy. I didn't even see you touch the bait. Nicely done. So
Yeah.
there you go. So that's our first respectable fish of the morning. We've caught several fish, but they've all been really little. So we're headed the right direction.
We're
now,
headed the right direction.
As far as average goes, where's this fish?
This is right about average. He's
Okay.
not small by any means. There's much smaller fish, but there's, 40 inches in here.
All right.
He's probably sitting right in
We'll put him
between.
back and let's go get a 40 incher.
I like the sound
I
of
like
that.
that, right? There you go, buddy. Crystal clear water. Look how clear that water is. You can see him down there 10 plus feet. Look at the bubbles coming back up as he goes.
That's
so he
cool.
was hanging right in the middle of the bay right here.
Yeah.
And we just saw some trout getting chased in circles. And so we both have jerk baits out. We're about to give up on the topwater bite. We've been throwing them since daylight and we've got some bites, but they've been little. And,
Right.
And I just don't feel like as the day wears on, it's gonna get any better as far as topwaters go. So we got some jerk baits out in the clear water.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
All right, just got thumped on the drop
You want
on
the
my
net?
war pig. Well, let's see what he is before we worry about netting him. It's a good largemouth, and he jumped off on the side of this point.
That was
way
a big
behind on the
largemouth,
hook set.
wasn't it?
Dang it, as you guys look down, there's a big old sloping point right here coming out. And I've got a chrome, I'll show you what I got. I've got a big chrome war pig, and I'm yo-yoing the thing hard, so I'm ripping it hard out of the grass. And I ripped it out of the grass, and I just never really caught up to that one. Hey.
You need a net?
It's a pike, and he ate that lipless bait, and I got no leader on it.
Oh, he's nice.
And it's a good size one. And he got my war pig, guys. If this fish stays on here, it'll be impressive. Look at the bend in that rod.
Oh, he's nice, dude.
And he's hooked on the outside
I'll
of
try
the
to get it right away.
face. There you go.
Nicely done, Chad. Give me some. That's excellent.
On the war pig, that's a 3/4 ounce Berkeley war pig that I'm yo-yoing. Let's
He's-
hold him up. No, you got him. You're good.
you
I
want me
don't
to
need
hold
to
him?
hold him. Nope. I've held other people's fish enough, guys. That's a
And that's meatier than that last fish.
That's
a
a
good
meatier one. Yep. They get a lot bigger than that still,
They
but I'll
certainly
take
do.
that one all day long. And he smashed that war
Did he?
pig.
Looks like we're on to something. Yeah, he's heading in the right direction. That's a good fish.
That's a good fish. Yeah, I'll let you put him back there since you got a hold of him. Pike are one of my favorite fish, guys, and I just don't fish for him that much.
Watch, he's gonna take off.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Peterson Toyota, Fort Collins, Colorado. Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Evinrude, spend more time on the water.
So as we're trying to work out our morning here, we're about the 2-hour mark. We hadn't caught a tremendous number of fish yet. This may look familiar. We caught fish along here first thing this morning at first light, and but they were all little. And we decided that that the water was for sure falling, and I think that the fish that are still in the shallow shoreline cover are not the big mature fish that know better. So far, even though we've had a problem keeping fish pinned, all the mature fish we've hooked have been out on a point in relation to deep water or right in the middle of the bay itself. So give it one final whirl here for the largemouth along here, but I think it will probably stick to fishing the points that have more deep water access around them, or the drains in the middle of the little bays. Fish, nice. All right, just pop that jerkbait on the paws too. And what happened? Oh, I have ballyhooed something.
I think it's a bass though.
I think that bass is like, what just happened to me?
We found our target species.
Yeah, that's
largemouth too.
The largemouth on the chrome cutter, and he didn't like that at all. The bait was actually paused out, and I saw the line jump, and then I was like, oh, no way, and then I pulled on it again, and he was on there. So he ain't much of a largemouth, but truthfully, we don't catch very many largemouth on the western slope of Colorado. Big old pike. I just saw him eat it, guys.
Did you see it?
I saw him eat it. The bait was suspended, and I saw him flash and eat it. I don't know how big he is. I just saw a big silver flash, and he came blowing out of there and smashed my jerkbait. Easy. I'm gonna go very easy on him. We've had a hard time keeping fish pinned today. And he's hooked perfect on the outside, not near. I'll hold that tight, keep the bait out of the net. Yeah, he's wee. We don't have to get too excited about him. He's not the biggest pike in the world, but I'm thrilled to have him right this minute, guys. Fishing has been tough. And he just blasted. My bait was paused. You can see it under the surface, and you see this spooge, big silver blast. I'm like, yeah, got that sucker.
Oh, yeah. You
That's
hooked
fine.
him good,
You
too.
can put him back.
Beautiful.
That's awesome. Thanks there, buddy.
Of course.
Let him back out of there, and look how clear that water is, guys. And when you're dealing with crystal clear water and bright sun and no wind at all,
Zero wind.
you either need a bait that's totally translucent or super shiny. And so the baits that have been bit today are the Pure Chrome Cutter 110 jerkbait and the War Pig, 3/4 ounce War Pig, both in chrome. Big old pike.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
think. Nope, it's not a big old pike, but he thumped that thing on the.
Looks like a
God, it
largemouth to
fully
me.
thumped like a pike, guys. It goes to show you. The bait was suspended. I stopped the bait. There was this subtlest little tick, like what is common with pike. I would have bet you $100 that was a big pike or pike. You know the way the bite felt.
You want me to net him, Chad?
Yeah, just because we got the jerk bait, we'll.
Let's do
I don't
it.
want to have to. I don't want to have to deal with him.
Oh,
it's a good looking
Putting
largie.
on a show. He's pretty.
Yeah, and I'll go easy on him. He's got 2 hooks that I saw. It looks like he's down to 1.
Yeah, next time you bring him up,
next
I'll
time he
get him.
comes up. There you go. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I don't want to get these.
He didn't like your net. There we go. Just hold him tight right there. Hold it tight. Hold it tight. Hold it tight.
Look at that. No hooks in the net either. We like that.
And there you go, guys. There's another beautiful largemouth.
Another
Western
beautiful.
Slope, Colorado largemouth. People
They're out
say
here,
there
man.
aren't here, but there's one right there.
And they're healthy.
Yeah, we'll put that one back right here. Look at that. And guys, you look at this water right here. It's crystal clear. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's straight up high bright sun. And my retrieve is something like pop it a few times and then kill it, just like that. Let it sit there for a second or two. Couple of pops, let it kill for a second. Couple 3 pops, kill it, let it just hang there. When I say pops, it always starts and finishes with slack line. If you look, the line starts and finishes. That's what allows the bait to turn. So when I pop it, and you see all that slack that's in there. That slack is very, very important because that slack is what allows the bait to turn. There he is right there. All right, now I would say pike, but I haven't seen it. And it's a largemouth, so I'm glad I didn't say pike.
I'll get you the net.
I already got caught on that one once. And I am surprised, guys, to be largemouth in this water temperature wanting that bait going that slow. And it looks like I'm working it fast, but I'm putting a distinct pause in the middle of about 1 second each time. And these West Slope largemouth, which is really what we wanted to come over here to show you because we get so many requests for West Slope largemouth. And that's a good looking largemouth right there, people.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, look at how shiny that thing is. And that's the Berkeley Cutter 110. We've been throwing you that, I've been showing you that, I should say. I've been fishing that thing since before they were launched to the public. And
That is
there's
another
a
beauty, man.
Beautiful, chunky little Colorado largemouth. We'll put him back right here. We'll put him next to the jerkbait, nice and gentle. Look how clear the water is, guys. You can see that jerkbait just hanging there in the water column.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Lowrance. Find, navigate, dominate. Abu Garcia for life. St. Croix Rods. Best rods on earth.
All right, guys, we talked about inlets, outlets, boat ramps, and dams, and bridges too if they have them. Well, this is the inlet to this lake right here. So we're gonna nose all the way up in here and see. Oh, really? That should have got bit right away.
I'm on your left side too, so you can feel free to jam on the right.
Come on. Fish? Got him.
Yeah, you do.
Come out of there.
Oh,
I
chunk.
jumped him off.
Oh, that was a toad too, dude. Nice.
Oh, man.
I think it's safe to say you figured out where they're hanging, man.
Oh, man, that's
that?
brutal. That should never happen. That fish should not come off. I don't know how that happened. There's a beaver swimming across. Or a muskrat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a mink.
Is he carrying something?
Check him out, it's a mink, yeah.
Is that food?
Uh-huh. Oh, there's a little mink hole. Dude, he scored.
Yeah, you did. Look at how it undercuts over here. It's crazy.
Fish, got him. Come out of there.
Yeah, buddy.
Come out of there. You got me in that stick. Come out of there. All right, there's a good largemouth.
That is a great largemouth.
And that's why you go up in the inlet, guys. Hang on. No hurry. I got him on the goat rope, bud. He'll stay.
Yeah, buddy. That's a tank.
Inlets, outlets, boat ramps, and dams.
Oh, buddy. That is the one we were after.
And I want to point out there's a 4-out Fusion 19 hook right there, guys. You ain't never coming off. When you got them on the 20-pound, 100% fluoro and that hook right there, you got them, dude.
Right in the top of the mouth.
And there it is. That's the Maxent creature hog right
Yep.
there, the Powerbait Maxent creature hog.
Just Texas rigged.
And Texas rigged, and you can see those willows right there, guys. I pitched all the way to the bank inside those willows right there. And that's a quality largemouth right there, bud.
Beautiful largemouth bass.
Booyah!
Man.
That's a quality fish. Look at that. That's my favorite freshwater species right there.
Ooh, buddy.
Western Slope. A lot of guys talk about the fishing on the Western Slope, no largemouth fishing, whatever. That's changing. Parks and Wildlife is putting a lot of largemouth in lakes on the Western Slope. Places like, Elkhead and Crawford, Harvey Gap, Rifle Gap. Maybe not Rifle Gap, but they're putting largemouth in a lot of these lakes. And you see they do well if they get them in here. And it's being done as a replacement for the smallmouth bass that are federally mandated to be removed. So it's a fantastic opportunity for anglers. It's going to get better years to come. And
Dude,
I'll take
good
that
work,
one all
buddy.
day.
That was so cool.
Fishful Thinker Television is brought to you by Sportsman's Warehouse, America's premier outfitter. Otterbox, the great outdoors just got greater with coolers, dry duffels, and tumblers. St. Croix Rods, best rods on earth.
Why inlets? We talk about inlets and outlets a lot because current flow. Inlets have current flow. That constant flow of current that comes in here brings dissolved oxygen with it. It brings a buffet of food sources. It energizes the whole system in general. The other thing is fish that are nosed into an inlet like this aren't as worried about falling water as well. So, you know, we're all the way up in this ditch and it feels weird to bring a boat all the way up in here, but it's a very key thing if you're gonna fish places you don't know about is to to be thorough about it too. If you stop out here, you say, well, I fished the inlet, and you stop out here 50 feet out or 75 feet out, you miss the good part, which is to nose all the way up in. And a lot of times, the biggest, most aggressive fish will pull the farthest in to the inlet or pick the single prime piece of cover. That willow bush right there in the corners where I just caught a really nice fish out of, that's the only willow bush in here. So you expect the biggest fish is gonna get in that thing because bass love willow bushes. So it's a very easy place for you to break down in a hurry. And a lot of times, if you're gonna fish a piece of cover as heavy as that one is, you need to make a bunch of pitches around it, in it, because fish in there don't have near as good of awareness of what's going on around them. They got so much busyness in their environment. Their body's touching stuff. There's tons of stuff for them to feel and smell and everything else. So you need to be real thorough about it. Just a little bit closer than we are, a little bit farther forward. Give me an angle back in there.
Yes, sir.
That fish was like, and it was over that limb, and I knew it was over that limb, but I was like, oh, it's just a limb. And then I realized, no, it's not just a limb.
And when you rear back, it's no holding back.
Oh yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, you got to hit them. The worst thing you can do is halfway hooks at them.
Yeah. The harder the better.
Yeah, you got to hit them for real. That's why you got the big rod, the big line and everything. You saw the wrestling match that turned into getting that one out of there.
Yeah, you pulled them through that stuff.
Fish. Got him. There he is.
Oh, another nice one.
I knew it. I knew I just missed one a minute ago.
All right, you tell me when.
I'm coming up in the boat. How about that?
There we go.
We don't need a net for that one. It ain't got teeth. So that's two in that pile, guys. We were talking about that inlet, hook in the same spot. And there's another little chunk.
That's a nice looking
and I
fish.
just told camera guy Tim after we went past here, I'm like, I've got two other bites in there that I know of that I missed. And there's another one of them right there, guys. So Western Slope largemouth are representing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kiss that one for sure.
They are representing, man.
And my little Maxent creature hog. Hey, easy, sorry, buddy.
Paying the bills.
Paying the bills. So look down in there, guys. I mean, that's a nasty little spot. But now I just missed a fish a second ago because I was talking to a guy in the bank, and then just caught another one. All right, guys. So as you see, we've got the jumpers now jumping in our fishing hole. So it's about noon. It's time to wrap this show up. So we're going to take it up to the deck and do some cooking. But before we do that, you guide here.
Yes.
You guide Rifle Gap.
Yep.
You guide Blue Mesa.
All over Colorado.
Where
Twin
else?
Lakes, Williams Fork, Pueblo, Rudai. I'm probably missing a few, but
Well, you saw him on Rudai with us once before, guys. We did the lake trout show there, had us a good time there.
yeah, it was fun.
Connor Foy, Apex Sport Fishing. I think it's apexsportfishing.com.
Yep, that's the website, and then social media. You can find me on there and message me if you need to.
All right, there you go, guys. Check them out, Apex Sport Fishing. Of course, you know you can find us at Fishful Thinker across all platforms. And with that, we're going to take it to the deck and show you how I like to prepare some of the fishing game we catch in our travels. All right, guys, thanks for joining us here on the deck. We show you how to cook some of our favorite dishes with fish right here. So what we're gonna make today is basically stuffed bell peppers. So it's gonna be kind of an Italian style stuffed bell peppers. We're gonna use a walleye fillet, some mushrooms, a few other ingredients. We're gonna stuff the bell peppers, then we're gonna put them in the smoker over here and bake them off in the Camp Chef pellet grill. First thing we're gonna do is take the fish, and it's just a walleye fillet that I had frozen. I had trimmed all the red meat off it. It's been frozen for a little bit. So I'm gonna take a fillet knife and cut it down in little strips. You can see that knife is really sharp. That's our friends at Outdoor Edge Knives. And now I'm gonna get it nice even sized chunks like that. And as soon as I have that chunked up, then we'll put it in this bowl right here. A little bit of olive oil is going in there as well. Then we'll put a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and we'll give that a quick toss and let that sit here for just a minute while we work on the other ingredients. I'm gonna take some of this orzo that I pre-cooked, and I tossed it lightly with olive oil just so it wouldn't stick together too much. And I'm gonna add about equal portion to the amount of fish that I had in here. I'm going to add some spinach. Now the spinach, I blanched off. It was fresh baby spinach. I gave it a quick blanch. I don't want a lot of spinach in here. We're just giving it for a little bit of flavor, a little bit of pepperiness. All right, guys, you can see I got the little Camp Chef cranking hot. Put a skillet on there. We're gonna take these mushrooms and we're gonna cook them for just a couple minutes. So there I have a bell pepper. So what I'm gonna do is just cut the top of it off, and then I'm gonna take the middle of it out. All right, guys, mushrooms are done. They've cooled down a little bit, so we're gonna take these and drop them in here. We don't want the liquid necessarily, just the mushrooms themselves. A little bit of flat leaf parsley in there as well. Take these two peppers and put just equal portion of this mixture down inside the pepper. So what I've gotten here, guys, is a mixture of sour cream, Chardonnay, and a little bit of lime juice and a little bit of Dijon mustard. It's mostly sour cream. So we're gonna put this in here and it's gonna cook down into these peppers. Fresh grated Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna put a little bit of goat cheese on top. Leave parsley on top for color. A tiny little bit of pepper on top. Check out the smoker right here. It's the Camp Chef Smoke Pro SG. It's got direct access to the grill. I've got it humming along at 300 degrees. It's burning on competition blend pellets. I've got the hopper full of pellets. That's what it's burning on. So what I'm gonna do is take these and I'm gonna put them in the smoker. We're gonna leave them in there at 300 degrees for about 30, 40 minutes. And look at what we have for you. How nice do those look, guys? All right, guys, so there you have it. There is my stuffed bell pepper, stuffed with walleye and spinach and orzo and some cheese and the yummy sauce in there. That's gonna be absolutely delicious. We'll set those over here because they are screaming hot and they need time to rest. And I recommend you let them rest till they're almost room temperature. You want them warm, they don't have to be eaten hot. Really important thing about this particular recipe is you can mix and match ingredients almost anything you want. You want to put rice in there, that's fine. You want to put orzo in there, that's fine. You know, any kind of fish, shellfish, ground venison, whatever. You can put almost anything in there. It'll be really delicious. You can take it whatever direction you want. Doesn't even have to be a bell pepper. It could be a poblano or anything like that as well. So keep that in mind. Cooking them in the smoker adds a real nice earthiness and flavor to them. It's under competition blend here and it's a really tasty recipe. If you want the recipe, you can get it at fishfulthinker.com or on our YouTube channel at Fishful Thinker. Of course, you can join this conversation on social media at Fishful Thinker across all platforms. And otherwise, we hope you'll tune in. We'll see you next week.
Time now for today's best catch, brought to you by Berkeley.
Fish, got him. And there it is. That's the Maxent creature hog right there, the Powerbait Maxent creature hog.
Berkeley, catch more fish.
Got him. Nope, I missed him. Buddy. Come on now. There it is in the grass right there. That might have been a fish, actually. No, that one was in the grass, yeah.
No, I'm off.
Are you really?
Yep.
Big old pike? Thank you very much. Got him. Oh,
buddy.
Oh. Nice and gentle. Oh, he come off. Here he is, Tim. Oh. No. He got it. Nope, I missed him. Okay, he's in there. Hang on, give me a second.